You're listening to a New York Islanders episode of the Jacob Valk Show. He's breaking down the team's latest goings-on as only he can. Follow him on Twitter at RealJacobValk. Here he is, Jacob Valk.
Islanders fans, welcome to another New York Islanders episode of the Jacob Valk Show. I am the Jacob Valk, except no imitation. It's really hard to do this show. You know how many games the Islanders have played since the last time I did one of these? 5. The answer is 5. The last Islanders show that I gave you was on October 18th. So in 2 weeks, 14 days, they have only played 5 games. In the last 7 days, they've only played 1 game. It's one thing to start the season on a road trip and not have the opportunity to see your team. There are some fans that never get to go to a game all year. But you know what? They watch every game. They follow the team closely. They're into it. You can do that. It's easy to get into the team that way. Going to the games obviously helps, but it's not a necessity. And we learned that last year. But I feel like one thing that is a necessity is to be able to watch your team on a consistent basis. To have only played 5 games in 14 days, 1 in 7 days, it's really hard to just flip a switch and then say, okay, time to really get into this team. I understand that the Islanders had no choice but to start the season on a 13-game road trip. The pandemic messed up UBS Arena. It was supposed to be finished for the start of this season. Because they had to take a break, they couldn't get it finished. Alright, it's not the Islanders' fault that they're starting the season on this road trip. It's just tough to really get into this team right now. Like, I'll tell you, their next game is on Thursday. When do you think I'm gonna watch? Islanders Canadians or Jets Colts? The answer is Jets Colts. I'm watching the Super Bowl III rematch. I mean, I understand that these long delays between games were built in so that way the Islanders could spend some time in their own beds, spend some time with their families, and make the road trip a little less arduous. I get that. But here's what I'd love to know. Would UBS Arena really not be ready on November 19th? I mean, I don't know if it's the arena itself that's not ready, or if it's parking, or something like that. Like, what's the first day that everything would be situated. Is it November 20th? Probably not. It's hard to imagine that being a Saturday. You want to tell me it's the day before, a Friday? Okay. I can accept that. But I don't know. When would everything have been okayed? That's what I want to know. Does it really matter in the grand scheme of things? The answer is no. It's just really tough to get into this team right now. I mean, not for nothing. But from October 25th to November 3rd, so that's 9 days, the Islanders will have only played in one game. That was Saturday's game against the Predators. That was a Saturday afternoon game. How many people have ever said this sentence? I'm going to take time on this Saturday afternoon to watch a hockey game. Saturday afternoon is for college football. Then at night, you flip over to hockey or basketball. I seriously know someone who thought that Saturday game was going to be at night. Like, he flipped on MSG Plus at night, and boy was he surprised to find out that the Islanders game was already decided. Is that guy foolish? Yeah. But how many people are going to take time out of their Saturday afternoon to watch a hockey game? It's just tough. It's just really tough to get into this team right now. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're not playing great hockey right now. Alright. The Islanders have only played 7 games. It's not even worth looking at the standings. They have plenty of time to right the ship. All they need to do for the rest of this road trip, and we're more than halfway done. 6 more games. That's it. But all they have to do is just tread water for here on out. Then, from November 20th on, stand back and watch them go. 41 of their last 69 games will be at UBS Arena. You know that Islanders fans will be out in force. Will they be out in force in every game? No. But on weekend games and holiday games, will they be out in force? Yes. The inaugural season of UBS Arena, every Islanders fan is going to want to go at least once. If nothing else, just to see what the arena's all about. I mean, I'll tell ya, I took a tour of UBS as it was being built. It looks nice. Looks like a really nice place to watch an event. Seems like there's no bad seat in the house for a hockey game. Just like the Coliseum. I mean, the big issue is going to be getting there. See, here's the thing. For most people, the way that they're going to get to UBS Arena is the Southern State Parkway to the Cross Island Parkway. The Southern State Parkway never moves at 100%. I don't care what time of day it is. I don't care what day it is. There's always something slowing it down. Then the Cross Island Parkway, that moves, but you know that there's going to be traffic leading to the Hempstead Turnpike exit. You know you're going to have people trying to cut the line. They're going to try to be in the right lane for as long as they can and then swoop into the exit lane. I hope there are cops there. I don't know how far you're going to need cones or like flares or something like that, but you've got to do something about people trying to cut the line, because that's going to cause a lot of accidents. I mean, I know some people that have said they're just going to take Hempstead Turnpike all the way down. They'll hit a million lights, but what would you rather do? Sit in traffic on a parkway? Or hit a million lights? Depending on how bad the traffic is, the answer is hit a million lights. You may be wondering, what about public transportation? There is a train station that's going to be built, but it's going to be half done by the time the Islanders start playing there. You'll have eastbound service, not westbound service. Also, here's the thing. And this doesn't hold for just New York. This holds for every city that has public transportation. New York, Boston, LA, etc., etc. Going to a game or an event, public transportation makes sense. Leaving, public transportation makes no sense. Because you are beholden to the schedules. I've had this happen to me. Really close games. I see that clock ticking. I have a choice to make. Do I want to wait an hour somewhere and kill time and watch the end of this game? Or do I want to leave early and miss the conclusion of the game? I don't know if the trains headed out of Elmont will be timed in such a way that they'll wait at the station until the end of the Islanders game. I'll tell you, when you're going to the Barclays Center or Madison Square Garden, those trains are not held. You are screwed. They used to be held at the Barclays Center for Islanders games. Okay, that was worked out. And it worked perfectly. And I hated the people who said, oh, I'm never going to see an Islanders game at the Barclays Center. Blah, blah, blah. It takes me forever. I don't want to do the commute. Shut up. Okay? Support your team. You want me to go through my commute to go to and from MetLife Stadium yesterday? Because I will. Okay? Yes, I saw a great Jets win. But I didn't think I was going to see a great Jets win. I thought my team was going to get blown out. Everyone thought they were going to get blown out. You want to tell me you don't want to do it for weeknights? Totally get that. Totally respect that. But for weekends, for holiday games, go out and support your team. If you have the money for it, do it. Otherwise, you're a fake fan. It's just that simple. You know, I'm not sure how getting in and out of UBS is going to work. It'll get sorted out, obviously. But for the first few months or so, it's going to be a little touch and go. I'll never forget this. I went to the opening press conference at UBS Arena. I was there with some members of the Islanders Booster Club. We were supporting our team. A lot of dignitaries were there. It was really fun. I got lost on my way there. I seriously had no idea where this arena was going to be. I had no idea where Belmont Racetrack was. I was just never there in my life. I had no idea where to go. The GPS sent me into some vacant lot. I was behind this car. The car started turning. She rolled down her window. I rolled down mine and she asked me, "Do you know where this event is?" I looked at her dead in the face and said, "I was following you." I got there on time because I left early enough, but look, even if you know where UBS Arena is and you've passed it a million times, you don't know how the traffic flow is going to work. You don't know the best ways to get in and out. It's going to be touch and go for the first few months. But I promise you, it'll be worth it. You know that the Islanders will be motivated to finally have an arena all to themselves for the foreseeable future. Realize the last few seasons they were at the Nassau Coliseum. And I'm not even talking about after the Barclays Center. I'm talking before the Barclays Center. No one knew where this team was going to be long term. We know where this team is going to be long term. UBS Arena. In a perfect world, would they still be at the Nassau Coliseum? The answer is yes. But I'll take a new arena in Almont. It beats Kansas City. It beats Hartford. It beats Quebec City. It beats the Barclays Center. You know that this team is going to be motivated, and they're going to play great during their homestands. The Islanders have a bunch of 4 and 5 game homestands at UBS. You know they're going to be motivated. And I really think they're going to play well. They're not idiots. They know that the last 69 games featuring 41 at home is their playoff push. If they just tread water from here on out until November 20th, they're in great shape. They'll make the playoffs. It doesn't matter that they lost a tough game against the Predators, a game that they should have won. Hopefully Semyon Varlamov starts on Thursday against the Habs. It was really nice to see Ilya Sorokin right the ship. Since I called for Corey Schneider to start a game or two, give Sorokin a little bit of a breather, Sorokin's been lights out. The Islanders are fine. They're going to make the playoffs. I've seen this movie before. They're not going to wow you with their play, but they'll do enough to make the playoffs. And then once they get there, stand back and watch them go. I really think this team can do something very, very special. And it starts on November 20th. The first game of a 69-game stretch that will ultimately decide whether they make the playoffs or not. It's going to be a really fun 69-game stretch. And it's one that I really think will pay dividends in the long run. You'll get another New York Islanders show in 2 weeks. Next week, you're going to get a Brooklyn Nets show. Regular episodes of the Jacob Valk Show come your way every weekday afternoon. Until next time, I'm Jacob Valk, and always remember, if you disagree with me, you're wrong.